Excuse me, officer, he hasn't really committed a crime. He hasn't committed much of a crime. They assaulted him. I've got it on camera and I've been watching. They assaulted him. It's multiple, only one.
I was literally...
Get off him now. I did see it. I was there, right there.
You were here after that.
No, I wasn't. I was right there. I can prove it. Get off him right now. Yeah, I don't care. There's a law about assault.
No.
This is assault. No.
The police have been phoned.
Why are you worried about the police? As soon as they get called, this is what everyone does. This is what everyone does. They just let them get away with it. No, I'm not his pal. Look what he's doing. Let go of him. Let go of him.
You stood everything front.
Let go of him. Now look. Let go of him. Whoa, mate. Let go now. I'm telling you, let go now. Let go of him. Now.
There's a unit coming. You can tell the unit. You can show your footage to the unit.
I will. You're the one causing assault. He's the one asking to let go. Let go now. Mate, I'm telling you. Seriously, leave him alone. Leave him.
When the unit comes,
chill.
I will leave him alone.
Is he hurting you? Look, chill. Look, he's not hurting you. Look,
okay,
see?
So he doesn't have to resist.
So why do you have to hold him then?
You don't have to resist.
He's not resisting. You're only resisting because you're hurting him.
He attacked.
Look, he's not resisting. See? So calm yourself with that. Now look, arm bend again. Stop. He's not resisting. You think you're above the law. That's what the problem is.
Watch a man with a camera try to talk 3 security guards off someone they've got pinned and stumble onto a point that's half right and half nonsense. That's the opener, and it sets up all 3. 1 filmer, 3 Scottish standoffs, 3 collisions between I know my rights and what the law actually says. A restraint on the floor that raises a real question about force. A textbook police detention done properly, and a street full of taunts that teaches nothing but noise. Some of this he gets right, a lot he doesn't. Stay for the line, it's not a law, it's an act, and what it reveals.
Not to peddle here, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I
understand that, but you don't need to throw someone
like a trolley.
So they could have just let him go out the door and he would have been on his way. But instead they got a power boost from their testosterone and thought, there's nothing else we can ever do except for this.
What's the problem? You don't like...
So, I'm happy with you. You're just standing there. They've assaulted him. Yeah.
Respect. Sir, respect.
Yeah, talking of respect. Are they respecting him right now? There's 3 of them surrounding him.
Yeah, but they told him 100 times.
It's not a law, man.
1, 2,
it's an act.
3. No, because it's...
You know what that is, right?
Yeah, but...
I think you're bouncing into something that you don't even know anything about.
You don't tell me saying...
Then don't tell me then.
They told me...
So then don't tell me. If I can't tell you something, you can't tell me something. So jog on.
Here's the exchange the whole clip turns on. The filmer says it's not a law, it's an act. And that's the confidence versus knowledge gap in one sentence. An act of parliament is the law. That's literally where statute comes from. But then he lands a point that actually holds. Security guards aren't police and can't enforce legislation. True, an SIA licensed guard has no constable's powers. What they do have is the same reasonable force any person can use to remove a trespasser or make a citizen's arrest. So he's right about the badge and wrong about the bookshelf. Half a lawyer is still not a lawyer.
Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. I'm telling you to get out, so now you have to do it. Oh, exactly. Well done. Answered your own question, didn't you? Just because they're security doesn't mean they're police. They can't enforce the laws.
It's not me.
I've just proven it to you. You get out. You get out. I don't want you here. I don't want you here. Get out.
I'm not the boss of them. I'm not the boss of them.
I don't like newspapers. Can you get out? Because I don't like your newspaper. Can you get out? Well, exactly. So off. Exactly. I'm not. Just because of the way I said something. It's not about how you are. It's about what you say. I didn't say that. I literally just said that's him. No, but you didn't have to slam him to the ground, which you didn't. Yeah, but you didn't need 3 of you to slam someone to the ground. Continue doing it. Can you count? Can you count? Can you count? Yeah, no, but it's still. So why are they still holding him?
Now the sharper half of his argument. He's hammering that being told to leave doesn't justify slamming a man down, and that 3 guards on 1 person looks like overkill. That's a fair challenge. Reasonable force has to be proportionate, and necessary is doing a lot of work when it's 3-on-1 over someone cycling indoors. The guards told him not to pedal there. Fine. But force has to match the threat, and a man who could have been walked to the door is a weak case for the floor. Here, for once, the camera's asking the right question. Whether it's assault is for others to judge.
Manhandled for nothing. Look at that. He's manhandled for nothing, by the way, cops. I think you should arrest them for assault.
Well, we'll get to see CCTV, mate.
Aye, we will. Same. I'm not worried about them. I've not committed a crime. So sad. Excuse me, officer, he hasn't really committed a crime. He hasn't committed much of a crime. They assaulted him. I've got it on camera and I've been watching. They assaulted him. Especially this one. Very, very, very.
You woke up late.
I've got it on camera. From there. When it before it started.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
So get on with your job.
I am.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. You get on with yours. You don't need to be here now. The police are here.
Oh, that's fine.
No, that's your job. So actually, it's my job.
Oh, it's your job.
So I can be here.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, personal investigator. Donut. You obviously don't watch much social media, but you clearly must do. Goodbye.
And here's the payoff. The unit arrives and the filmer's straight in. Arrest them for assault. It's on CCTV. The officers, sensibly, aren't taking his word or his edit. He drops the million followers card, the personal investigator card, gets called a donut, and it all deflates. That's the tell of a weak audit. When the argument runs out, the follower count comes out. He had one genuine point buried under a pile of bluster. Now to a stop where the officer doesn't bluster at all, he just names the power.
Hi there.
All right.
So, because of what we've observed, okay, I'm going to require you in terms of section 13 of the Criminal Procedure Act, okay, to require you to give me your name, date of birth, place of birth, nationality and address.
No
The
chance.
reason I require your details is because I suspect that you were there to commit theft.
Commit theft. I was walking down a public road there, discussing if it was on a billboard, came for the public to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
This time of day, okay, given the roadworks and the value and materials there.
Yep.
That was a man shouting assault with a camera. This is an officer doing it by the book. Watch how clean it is. Because of what we've observed, I require you under Section 13 to give me your details. That's the Criminal Justice Scotland Act 2016, and Section 13 lets an officer demand your details when they reasonably suspect you've committed, or are about to commit, an offence. He names the suspicion out loud, theft, given the roadworks, the materials, the time of day. No bluff, no vagueness. This is what lawful looks like. The exact opposite of guards who couldn't name a thing.
It's an offence, okay?
It's no.
It is an offence.
It's no.
Failure to provide those details, when I've required you to do so, in terms of Section 13, is an offence.
Well, I think you're wrong. So, under threat of arrest, I'll give you my details. So, if I didn't give you my details, just to make it clear, you will arrest me.
Yes.
Okay.
As I've required you in terms of Section 13,
Yep.
it is a legal requirement.
No problem. Can I get your identification for your names and badge numbers,
Yep.
please?
And here's the part the last filmer never grasped. This man asks the right question. So if I don't give my details, you'll arrest me, and gets a straight yes, because under Section 13 refusing is itself an offence. So he complies, but smartly. He takes the officer's name and badge number in return. That's how it's done. Know the power, test it, comply, and hold them accountable on the record. No screaming, no follower count. Just two people who both knew the rule. Now to the last one, where knowing the rule goes right out the window.
What's your name, pal? Seeing so you engaged me, what's your number? Huh? Aye. No comment, no. Another breach, aye. Oh, we're all on show here, come on! So what's your name, Constable? What's your name? Silence, eh? Not at all. Have you not got anything better to do, like? Have you? Are you working? Not all, am I?
And we end on the noisiest, emptiest of the three. A man trailing an officer crying, GDPR breach, for saying a first name, daring him to do something about it, answering every question with no comment, and sausage. Here's the truth underneath the taunts. An officer saying a name in public isn't a data protection breach, and following someone to bait a reaction isn't journalism. And that's the thread through all three. Knowing the rule beats performing outrage every time. The guards couldn't name their power, but had force the filmer misunderstood. The Section 30